I'm going to look like a dork doing this with a camera on my head, but let's set up for a POTA activation. I'm doing good. How about you? Yeah? I'm going to go play some radio. A little bit of ham radio in the afternoon. Well, I am, and you know, you can always learn. Okay. Well, you can always get new equipment. Well, there you go. You're all set. Have a great day. That was a nice little interaction. That's the thing. When people hear that I'm a ham, they always know somebody. So I just encourage them, you know. Never a bad time to start. Only bad time to start is when you're dead. Okay. So I want this plugged into there. Don't know if you guys can see that. Let's see here. That. We want this. From there. To there. What else? Well, we need to power the radio. That would be helpful. Don't cross the polarity. Alright, there's that. I'll go ahead and hook up my antenna cable, or my coax. And we'll just flick this out real quick. Again, this is where you can see what I do. Makes it just come out perfect. Alright. Headphones, don't know if I'll need them or not this time. I always use this counter when I'm doing digital. So I can, while I'm going, I can just click it. So put that over there for me to use. When we get back, we can hook that up. Don't need that right now. We'll start setting up antenna. So wrap it around this pole and flick it on up. I like to get it over those bolts, like so. And pull tight. That'll do. Now, grab my antenna, go through that hole right there. Pull on down to that. one stake right through there. Now I can just walk. Don't know if this person is here to talk to me or not, but I'll talk to anybody while I'm out here. Maybe I want to go this way more today. Kind of like that. Alright. Out of cable. Drop a few things there. So this is the end of my antenna wire. I've got that coating on there, and that's the actual wire inside. That's bell wire. You can get it from a hardware store. It's for doorbells. So all I did was a lark's head right there, and then I just do a half hitch. Just something to grab onto it. Oh, that's sliding a little bit. You know what? Slide that down. We're going to do 3 half hitches. So there's 2 half hitches. Anyone that was part of the Boy Scouts should know their half hitches. That's one of the easiest knots. That should hold it very well. I don't even know you're recording. Yeah, you are. You seem to be. Back on the head here. Alright. Next thing is I want the other end of this. I want to go through with this knot that I've pre-made. I just use that knot all the time, and then up and over that. We'll do it again from the other direction here. I like using lark's heads. That's the name of the knot. And you can pass a rope through something. You can flip it around and throw it over it. That's a lark's head. So there's that. Now I'm going to grab my stakes. I'm going to walk backwards a few more feet. Get that thing to come up. Alright. Now, I got an extendo mast. This thing is 18 feet long. It's been shot a couple of times, so you can see right here it's wearing away the metal a little bit where it got shot. It actually got shot right about there. There and there and there. So that's where it got hit. So it's always that first one has a hard time. The second one not so much. Has a little stop logo there. I don't care about going all the way up. This thing's 18 feet all the way up, but I don't need it all the way up. Grab that. See, that thing bends a little bit when I pull it up. I can let it drop there. I know approximately where that foot of it is where I want it. So I can take these 2 lines. Take one, walk it out over here a little ways, about here. Press that in. This line is long enough to come back up here. We'll grab the other stake. We'll go to about here. Fix that in. Hook my line around it. And again, there's enough line here to come up to here. So now, what I can do is, when I pull these lines, I'm going to pull those back. So I can just start helping it up a little bit with my hand. Pull my lines. Now it's firmly planted. Now I just have to pull my lines to pull it up. I'm going to actually come over here, pull it over here a ways. I'm going to come over here, pull it over here a ways. I know that that's bending. I'll show you guys that bend here in a moment. I'm just going to hold on to this, throw some half hitches. There's one half hitch. That's enough to actually hold this thing. But I do 3 just for good measure. And there's 3. Alright, so that one I can let go of. And come back to this one. Nice and tight. And again, throw a half hitch times 2 times 3. I'm going to come up here. Here you can probably see where that thing's a little bit curved. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to move the bottom of it a little bit. Oh, it didn't like that. Actually shrunk here a little bit. Don't really like that. So I'll pull it over here a little bit more. And actually that's shrinking on me as I pull. Shrinking. I'm just going to pull it over here a little ways. That's better. Alright. And I'm actually going to restake this. Pull that stake. Stick it over here a ways. Pull my line up. Yeah, it's shrinking again. I guess that's going to be the tightest I can get it today. Some days I get it real tight. Some days I can't. My half hitches. Now, just because I'm out here in the park where anybody's walking around, I take this line. Because this is a camo line, this is the only line that they had at the time. This is 100 feet. I just tie it around there. So hopefully it'll stay up there. And tie that the right way. Should have tied it that way. That will hold it a whole lot better right there. Just so that, one, they can kind of see this line. just so that they can kind of see that line when they're running, when kids are running around here, so they hopefully don't get clotheslined by it. Alrighty, pick up my spool. The thing is, I'm 5'8", and yeah, you guys look like you're pretty close to it, but I'm not even near. Like right about here, now it's touching my head. So now I'm ducking a little bit, but I'm going to be looking this way, so I'll be able to tell if somebody's running and getting too close to it. And the other thing is I try not to transmit while people are walking around it. Alright, hooking up my coax. Yeah, if you guys have a way for that thing to hold better, that's easy setup, easy teardown, I'm all ears. Alright, pull that coax back. I use the 50 foot of coax as my counterpoise. Alright, should be ready. Oh yeah, I think I have, oh yeah, my black pushed back there in that Anderson power pole. I'll fix that this weekend. Well, that's booting up. They actually have power in this park. Plug that in. Turn off noise reduction. I'm going to turn down the volume. I don't need to be hearing that. Alright, turn on my mouse. We're going to start up everything. So this is kind of neat. I found this auto typer by, who is it? By Mergy. It's kind of nice. You still have to, okay, per the rules, you have to do something. You have to initiate the conversation. I still initiate the conversation, and the way I initiate the conversation is by hitting my tilde key. Sorry about the audio, he's still mowing over there. Let's see here. Let's get into WSJTX. We're going to go 20 meter FT8. That queued it up on the radio there perfectly. My notch is turned off. Noise reduction shut off. I'm going to shut off the preamp. I'm going to turn on. I'm going to look up while I'm doing this. I'm going to go to my hotspot. I'm going to turn on my hotspot. So now my computer, oh, my computer's trying to, I don't know what MCP public is, but I'm going to connect to my Galaxy S20 5G. Just because it's a good practice to be in, I'm going to update my time. Sync it now. Alright, all done. go into my settings because I know that my audio, so my output is to the USB 6. Should actually be USB 8. I just fixed this. So that cable, this cable right here with the dual, had an issue. And I just got that fixed. Let's turn that up a little bit. Alright, I think I'm ready. I'm just going to go enable. Look at my power as I'm transmitting. Make sure I'm not blowing out the ALC. That's okay. Nope. It doesn't like it. We're going to actually have to go down. We're going to go down to 15 meter for now. See what 15 sounds like. Yeah, there's people here. Yeah, I'm getting some reflection back from the antenna over my control line, over my cat cable. And so whatever that is, on 20 meter, my computer sometimes doesn't like it. Oh, and we're getting some Japan and some other countries there. Let's look up grid tracker. So I am uploading to grid tracker as we're doing this. So that looks like South American countries. I don't know all the prefixes off the top of my head. So I really use grid tracker to see where I'm getting out and where I'm who I'm talking to, where they're from. Maybe he's done mowing. There's somebody. There's two people. And I'm going max distance, so. Again, we're not blowing out the ALC. I mean, it's high, but I haven't found a way to adjust that quite yet. If you know of a good way, let me know in the comments. That antenna's still coming down a little bit. Hey, got my Roger back. There we go. So here's when I do that, and I hit that, which logs it and makes me live again. So there is a key combination, I believe it's Alt-N, that'll enable you or disable you. I can try that next time. Oh, look at that. Good red. Oh man, I'm being hurt all over. I think my battery's getting a little low. I've got him at a -20, or him or her. I've got them at a -20. That may be a little too low for me to be able to get into them reliably enough. I'm going to come down here and click CQ again. Oh, I got it. So I will immediately do that. So again, I'm going to click. I'm at 2 right now. So I'm going to do this the manual way. I can hit enter to get rid of that. That puts it into my log. And I'm going to go Alt-N, which enables my TX. All I've done is those two actions. I've put that in here. The percent is Alt. The letter N is in. And then enter in parentheses is enter. So I got the 73, and I also got somebody else trying to get me here. It's automatically going. So I am initiating the enable TX still. I'm just doing it with a keyboard shortcut, and I'm logging it by hitting that key also. So, sorry if you think I'm wrong for doing it that way, but nope, got my reply, so I got my 73. I'm going to hit that and hit my special key that does all the work for me. So we're up to 3. So I'm at US-4579. This is the Santa Fe Trail. This city is actually recognized by the National Park Service. Oh, we'll do the Alt-N again because he needed a second Roger 73. So this city was recognized by the National Park Service as being part of the Santa Fe Trail. And that being said, that means I can operate, since they recognize the city as being part of the Santa Fe Trail, as I understand it, I can operate anywhere within the city limits that's a public area. I typically try and do it somewhere near where the trail went. This road right here is 56 Highway. That is the auto tour route for Santa Fe Trail. So I'm close to that. And I'm in a park. I'm just in a local park along the trail. Over here they have basketball courts, a couple of basketball courts. They used to have tennis on the other side. They have the gray netting there. Nobody's coming back to me. A lot of people can hear me, but they're not coming back to me. They used to have tennis on the other side of the privacy gray netting. They've changed it over. They actually tore out all the courts, and now they are pickleball. And I believe they have 2 sets of pickleball courts where each one was. Oh, K3VG. We got you. You're hearing us at a -9. Again, I think my battery's getting a little low, so I'm only putting out 75 watts. Oh, you got me at a +8, so you can hear me pretty well. Log you and click. We're up to 4. So yeah, they got rid of all that. They put in pickleball. Part of what they were doing, and I don't know if you can see it from here, but this is our fire station right here. And on the back side of the fire station, they put up a, I don't know why it's losing my POTA status here. On the back side of the fire station, they put up a 75-foot tower, and then they put communications for the fire station on top of that. I went over to City Hall, which City Hall is right over there. Talked to City Hall, talked to the fire chief at the time. They were all on board We actually got them to let us put our repeater on the fire station tower. The law enforcement center here in town took us off their tower. They were going to put us on top of the jail. It was going to reduce our height on our repeater here. So we talked to the fire station and they were gracious with us. Oh, PP2 GTA down here in Brazil. So yeah, they were gracious enough to allow us to get onto their tower here. We are at about 67 feet on that 70, sorry, it's a 70-foot tower, and we're at 67 feet. We were supposed to be at 50 or 65. I talked to the fire chief told us to be at 65. When I talked to the fire chief, he said 65, that's as high as I'll let you go. When I was with the firefighter in the bucket truck, they actually used their aerial. They let us use the aerial. I don't know why it's losing this POTA. I'll need to watch that. But they put me up in the aerial to put up the antenna, and when they did so, the firefighter that was controlling it said, yeah, it's good within about 5 to 10 feet. And I said, all right, that's great. Give me the upper 5 to 10 rather than the lower 5 to 10. So he moved us up, and I know I've measured, it's 67 feet off the ground. So I got a couple extra feet out of him by fudging what the ladder truck said. So that fire chief is gone, so hopefully I won't be in too much trouble. Let's see here. I'm going to wait a session and see if my transmit area is full. Maybe it's just there's not many people out there. I don't know. Let's see here. Nope, nobody's there. Well, we'll flip which side we're on. We'll go to the second, the odd second. There we go. Again, we're hanging out right at like 75 watts, fluctuating a little bit there. Maybe I need to tune up. I don't know. I'm getting heard on both coasts pretty well. Let's see here. Japan, I'm being heard. Over here in Europe, I'm getting heard. Hey, there we go. Oh, I don't want tab. I want that. Oh, did I? It may not have logged that one. KD7H. Alright, it did log it. Alright, that's good. Just checking my log and making sure that it's logging correctly. Nope. It didn't hit. It didn't do everything it was supposed to. So yeah, I still have to be present. I still have to operate it correctly. I'm not totally hands-free. I think I forgot to advance my tracker here. I'm at 4. Let's see what logbook says. Today being the 25th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've missed it twice. So I'm up to 6 now. We're getting there. We're going to move up. We're going to approach that 20 meter. So we're going to go to 17 meter. Looking good there. Let's see where we're at here. There's somebody right there, so I didn't want to walk on him. That looks pretty clear. I just like a little bit of tone coming through, just so that I can by audio know if I'm keyed up or not. Auditorially? I don't know if that's the right word. Let's see here. Hey, mower left, finally. He got that thing looking good over there. Yeah. Not bad. There we go, got a couple of them. We got a little bit of SWR on here. We'll have to tune up. You see, and I'm pointing, that's kind of east-southeast. And I'm actually hearing people and getting people all over. We're going to try that again. There we go, it did what it's supposed to. So I'm sending my 73, or my Roger 73. Now hopefully I'm going to receive my 73, or their 73, and hopefully this WD4 OBP will come back to me. Nope. Oh man, look at all that red. There's people and they're listening. Alright, if nobody comes back to me, I'm going to halt and I'm going to tune. Halt. And I'm going to just go off a little bit and tune up. And then now I'm going to FT8 and enable. That way, hopefully I didn't walk on anybody when I tuned up. I always hate it when somebody tunes up right where I'm operating. a ways hearing me. There we go. See here, Japan hasn't responded saying that they're hearing me, but somebody in Alaska. Did I forget to click again? I think I did. You guys will probably tell me in the comments. Let's see here. I'm at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I'm at 6 on here. So I'm telling him that I hear him at a net 2. So that should be pretty good. There we go. Got his Roger Roger +8. My log it button is not working. Alright, well, we'll do it the old-fashioned way. That's number 8. It's a little chilly day. Let's see here. Lower 60s right now. Well, it's 56 right now. I'm just wondering, so this red side of this cable is sending from here into here. The red is for the computer side. I'm just wondering if I'm just not hearing everybody that's out there. Because I think I would hear more people than that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here and on input, I'm going to go to the microphone up here. We're going to crank that. Well, somebody lined up with me there. Somebody could be walking on me. I don't need it quite that loud. Yeah, my waterfall's looking better. So what I'm doing is input from here into there is through the air, but what's going into here is not, is over the cable. So alright, I got that one first that time. So yeah, I think this red wire has some issues with it yet. Because my waterfall right here is where I made the distinction there, made the difference, and I'm seeing a whole lot more going on right here. Playing with pupper. didn't get a response there for 2 turns. So I'm going to go back to CQ. 1 away. I'm out here. Short sleeve and a thin t-shirt. I'm getting kind of cold out here, so once I get one more, I may call it quits. I'm going to try just contacting some people now. I got the ALC down. Oh, should I not reach over there? Oh, this guy's just down the road. I'm pointed. Like my antenna's going this way, and he's kind of that direction from me, so. There we go, got him. Oh, he needed a second. 73. Looks like the church mower is about done. Going down to Brazil. See if he heard me. He did. At a negative 14. I got him at a -5. Hopefully I get that Roger Roger. I did. conversation with somebody. But he initiated it. If they don't come back, hopefully I can get them. Oh, they made their contact. So now I can do it. I'll be patient. Over in Italy, alright. I'm not really pointed the right way for this, but maybe I am. Alright, he called CQ again, so hopefully now this time my signal would be leaving me kind of that way, so I'm somewhat set up for this. There we go. He got me at a -7. I've got him at a -14, so he can hear me better than I can hear him. It's probably that mower is why you can't hear me and me talking over it. And why I can't hear him, yeah. Hopefully we get that RR73. Not quite. Give him the -14 again. One more time, come on. There, I heard him at a -8. Alright, I think he moved on. Well, he didn't even respond to anybody. Let's see if he responds this time. Either he didn't respond or I just didn't hear him. Both could be. You know what? For POTA, all you really have to do is exchange call signs is really the only thing you have to do. You don't even have to do signal reports. So, if it doesn't get resolved, I'm just going to go ahead and accept it. Oh, there's my Roger 73. He did get back to me. So we'll log it. We'll go for this VE2 just to Canada, up here to Quebec area. There we go, got him. Sending back a Roger -3. too kidding. Alright. So we'll send back our 73. That puts us up to 12 by my count. Let's see what the log says. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. I missed another one. I'm at 13 actually. So we're going to call that a day. We're going to close it all down. I'll upload when I get back home. But let's go pull all this down. I'm just going to close the lid on that, shut that off, start unplugging. These are both good to go in here. This is good to go in there. With my headphones. Unplug laptop power, that can go into the box also. This is kind of my catch-all box. Alright. See, now it's way shorter than what it was when I set it up. Sometimes that thing, when it's cold out, it doesn't like to stay up. Other times it does. So I showed this the other night on a short, how to wind this. I don't know that it showed very well. This is how I do it. I'd make one where I'm twisting it this way, and I do the next one twisting it the other way. So you put in a twist and then a counter twist. Twist, counter twist. That's how you get it so that you don't have any twists in it, like I did at the beginning. So that, I typically encompass my headphones with that. There we go. Okay. Next, let's go all the way out here. So this wire also could get twists and counter twists. You can do that. Because it's so long, I don't want to have that coiled up like that. So I just use this spool that it came on. I just put it back on there every time. So I'm going to just throw that over there. I'm going to untie these. Okay. And I can just slip all of my half hitches off. Now it's loose. I'm just going to keep it taut. Again, I can slip all my half hitches off. And now I can let it down nice and easy. I'm going to actually walk up on it here. Put my foot right there so it doesn't kick out. Right there, down to the ground. Take out my stake. Take out my stake. I don't need to take any dirt home. I'll leave the dirt in the park. Actually, those, I just throw those into my back pocket while I'm walking around. Up here, and take this lark's head, pull it off. By the way, this is in the exact middle of that rope. I measured it when I did it. I just folded it in half. These I'm not as particular with. They're just parachute cord. Doing it that way is nice because once I take my hand out, you can undo that. It becomes double the length. But for in that box is about the length of my arm. So I just leave it right like that. And what I do with this is I open that up, put that through there, put the stake back in my pocket. Actually, I don't take the stake out of my pocket to throw that on, but to show you guys I did. Alright, we'll do the other one. Take that off. Maybe I need to drive those pins in again. Yeah, I think that's why it was loosening up. I think that pin was coming out. So I'll drive that back in. Alright. So now, let that go down. Do this one the same way. Loosen up all these knots. And just slide it right off. Okay. Now that I'm all done with that, again I can throw another lark's head. Throw the end through there. Pull it up tight. Now I throw that on my stake in my back pocket. Alright, I'm going to grab this and throw it there because winding that up while holding this and carrying a couple of stakes with rope, it's not fun. Actually, we're going to make two trips. We're just going to make this trip all the way back to the truck. There's my two ropes. stakes in there. Throw these 2 ropes in there. Actually, my counter can go in there. Now we'll go back downrange. So yeah, the big thing about the twisting and untwisting of cables, what you need to do is when you twist and untwist, you need to exactly twist and untwist the exact same number of twists every time. So doing a 1-for-1 twist and then untwist works because of that. Because you're exactly untwisting every twist when you're putting it away. This spool puts in a bunch of twists. It's just like putting it around your arm and just going whap, 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 whap. Going wrap, 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 wrap on your arm. This does the exact same thing. But when you undo it, you saw at the beginning of the video, every wrap comes off from the spool, not from the side. It comes off from the spool untwisting. Now if I would take this and I would do that, I'm actually inducing an anti-twist with it. And so if you do this all the time, then when you go to undo it, you got to do it this way. You can't just let it free spool like I do. You can do it, it's each your own, but I just find that this is the best way to not have memory of twists in the line. And it's not really a memory of the twist, it's you're putting twists in and then you pull it tight, which puts it into a kink. And see, with this, I can't let it do that too many times, because if I let it do that, you're putting in extra twists and you're not going to take them out when you unspool it. And see, this bell wire comes 2 wires twisted together. I've untwisted those, painstakingly untwisted them, and then like I said, I put the wire, the red wire, it comes with red and white, I put the red wire inside of this parachute cord. That was a project. There were 2 of us doing that while I had a helper. She was about 6. And her mind was elsewhere. That's okay, I got it done. And I'll take this down. But yeah, that's okay, I got it done. It's just, it was a project to get that put in there. So, same thing. Done, take it off. Throw another lark's head over the group. So these are 25-foot cables, or 25-foot ropes. This lighter one is 100-foot. And it all goes in there. And this box is mean, I wouldn't submerge this box, but it's weather resistant enough that I just let it sit in the back of my truck. So when I get home and unload, that box is the only thing that stays in here from that. Throw that down there. Now all I got is the radio. Fold down the feet, pick up the handle, we're good to go. See ya.